Good afternoon. It is I, cardiologist. Today's project is going to be to replace the windshield washer fluid pump. Sometimes that'll break, especially after many, many years. The first step in this project is, as usual, jack up the car. We're going to need to remove the front right wheel. The washer pump is located right back in here, and so I will have to remove that splash panel. The splash panel is split into two halves. It is this half that has to come out. I will need to remove the various clips, nuts, these are all plastic, and just take this thing out. That's what we will do now. So with this panel out, you can now see the window washer reservoir, and you can also see that it's just completely filled because, of course, what's the first thing that happens if you think the thing doesn't work? Well, you fill it up. So I probably should suck out all this fluid, otherwise I'm going to have one heck of a mess. The pump is here, and I have ordered a new pump, which I will show you. It is reasonable that this pump gave up the ghost after all of this driving, 242,000 miles and 13 point something years. Okay, two electric connectors. We will pull those off. Number one, that one's off. And now this one. This will come off. All right, that takes care of those. Next, I will pull out the pipe here. This connects to the rubber tubing of the car. We'll get rid of that. Okay, so I've set up an empty container with a clean funnel. When I pull that pipe out, the fluid is just going to come into here, and I should be able to recycle most of it. Fluid is cheap. If it gets dirty, just throw it away and get new fluid. Alright, to get the angles right, get a little piece of scrap tubing. Then when this piece comes off, put the tubing on and redirect that into the funnel. That'll make it a lot easier. There we go. Now all we need to do is wait for this thing to drain. That'll take a while, but you know what? Make it neater. Who's in a rush? What's the difference? It really does make it neater. Then we'll remove the piece. There. I set it up on a paint can. Just let it drain. It'll take a while. Then I came up here and I opened this up so it can vent. Let the whole thing drain. I'll go back inside, come back out 5 minutes when the whole thing's empty. Once again, ordered the part from FCP Euro. Pretty cheap. I got a Febby. It was another $10 for the original Mercedes one, and this has a lifetime warranty, so first of all, I think it'll be every bit as good. Second of all, if it's not, I get another one. Should be just fine. Let's see what's in here. Oh, paper. Okay, here we go. A nice Febby unit. Let's see what this thing is. Let's see. Ah, a washer pump. Very good. Very good. You know, I think someday some advanced civilization is going to see something like this buried. It's going to be the modern version of the Rosetta Stone. They'll wind up basically using it to translate all of our languages. This is der Wasserpump. So, there you go. It's the water pump. It's the windshield washer pump. This lighting is just very harsh and not so good. Oh well. Anyway, should be just perfect. We're still waiting for this to drain. Almost there. Alright, that's about as much patience as I have. I don't think I can handle that anymore. We're just going to take this thing out. It has a little rubber grommet. There you go. Now we'll put in the new one. Old one on the right, new one on the left. They look pretty good. Let's put the new one in. All I need to do is put this right in there. Und der Wasserpump is installed. How exciting. So So apparently, guys, I did not have to take this one out. I'll put that one back in. Nice. I'll put that one back in and get that the way it should be. All right. I got this back on. Remember there was this other piece? I'm going to show it to you. It's this plastic thing. I had taken that off. Before you plug everything in, just put this plastic piece back on. Then I'll show you how that goes. Alright, that plastic piece just snaps into place over the unit. And now I can plug everything in. Plug this in. Click. And we'll plug this in, but this time I'll support it from below so that it doesn't fall out. Once again, for your benefit, we do it all with one hand. There we go. Click, click. And finally, we take this part and we're going to click this right in there. Good. Now that should do it. So I'm noticing that this connection here is a little bit stretched. I'm not sure it's really going to be watertight, so I'm going to take a zip tie, put it on there, tighten it down, and just let it grip. Otherwise, I might be losing a lot of fluid each time I press the motor on. Alright, that is zip tied. That should stay good now. I think I'm going to put all the fluid back in. I was really able to save almost all of it, and it's very clear. I didn't screw it up, so I may as well reuse it. Alright, here we go. Alright, that is all filled back up. Before I close this whole thing up, let me see if it works. Alright, see what happens. Ah, how about that? Looks like it works. Guess what? That job cost less than $20. Let's go button it up. Alright, we got that back on. All the clips and nuts put back. Put on the wheel, torque the wheel to 130 Newton meters, which is 96 foot-pounds, and then we should be done. So I ask you, what would a job like that cost if you had to take it to an indie or to somebody else? I don't know. You get to answer. In the meantime, this has been another Car-D-ology production. Thank you for watching.